Oh my goodness.
I am queer and I like beer.
Oh, okay. Well, I can hear you.
That's good. I can hear you.
And you can hear me.
That's great.
Well, welcome back, guys, to episode number 10 of the 7 on 7 podcast. And today I have one of my favorite people on planet Earth, the undeniable queen of glitter, just one of my favorite people ever, Miss Krysta Youngs.
So happy to be here.
Oh my goodness.
I'm so happy.
I'm so stoked that you're here.
I'm glad that I'm not at the wrong address.
Yeah, well, yeah. So she texted me. She was like, "Hey, I actually think I'm at your parents' house."
Yep.
And then I had to send her my address to come here.
I might go back over there after this, though.
Just be like, "Hey, what's up, Nan and Papa?" But yes, guys, we have Krysta Youngs here on the show. For those of you who know her and listen to my music and was at my album release event, I'm sure you met her. She is on the first song of my previous album, This Is Us Volume 2, that released last year. First song on the second album. But for those of you who don't know who Miss Krysta Youngs is, give us a little description of who you are.
Who I am?
Yeah, kind of give us the rundown of who you are. What do you do? Who is Krysta Youngs?
Well, I am Krysta Youngs.
You are?
And I am the only Krysta Youngs in the entire world.
Yes.
I'm not even kidding.
Really?
Yeah, I'm the only one. So if you Google me, it's only me. I'm a artist. I'm a songwriter. I write for other people. I do a lot of dance features. I release my own music. I promise my friends that I'm going to do top lines to their tracks, and then I wait like 6 months to get anything to them. But that's going to change.
I'm currently on hold for one, but that is okay. I understand. She's a busy woman.
So yeah, that's what I do, and I live in LA, and I love it. And I'm your friend, which I feel like is the most important thing in my life.
Honor.
So.
Wow, what an honor.
Yeah.
Just incredible. Absolutely incredible. God damn it. I just can't believe you're here right now. I don't even remember when was the last time that I saw you.
10 years ago.
Wasn't that long? Yeah, I was going to say, because I was 12 10 years ago.
No, I think it's been like 6 months.
Has it really? Sorry, my roommate's calling me right now.
Pick up.
He's probably like, "Yo, the door's locked."
Is it?
I don't know. I don't think it is. I don't think
it's been more than 6 months, actually.
Has it really?
Yeah, because my parents were here for like 5.
It wasn't New York was the last time that I saw you, was it?
No, I think you came over to help me with my...
yeah, with the TV.
Yeah, that still is not hung.
You still didn't get the TV hung?
Mm-mm. So.
Oh, my goodness.
I know.
Oh, my goodness.
It's been a busy year.
It has been a busy year, especially for you. Hold on, sorry. Sorry, guys. Okay, yeah, sorry. He's just checking. Sorry. Sorry. So, you're an artist. You're a songwriter.
Yep.
You're just an all-around...
Glitter queen.
Yeah. Entrepreneurial spirit.
Oh, yeah.
Manifester. You're all the above.
I also own the House of Creativity.
Yes, you also own the House of Creativity. Yes, for those of you that are watching on YouTube, this mug right here.
The House of Creativity, which has my lipstick all over it, but
yes.
It's okay.
But
we keep it real.
Yeah. Hey, we keep it a buck here on the show. So, for those of you who don't know her, how long have you been doing
music?
Yeah, music, the songwriting, all this.
I mean, I've done music my whole life, but I went to Berklee College of Music in Boston, and I was working on stuff for myself. And I met my ex-fiance at Berklee. He was actually my fiance at Berklee. And then we moved to Nashville.
How long did you live in Nashville? And where at in Nashville?
East Nashville.
Okay.
A year and a half too long. I lived there. And I was writing for myself, and he was producing everything for me. And I had written a song for one of his best friends just as a favor. And he was like, "You're really good at this. You should write songs for other people." And I'm like, "No, I don't want to do that." And he's like, "You should." And then I was like, okay. So then I started to do that. And then I spent a year and a half in Nashville just writing songs with other people and collaborating and like performing. And then I was like, I hate Nashville. I have to leave. So then we broke up.
Okay.
And we moved to LA together. Yeah. So we did that. And then like from the time that I got to LA, it was like I had met my mentor, DQ, and he was a songwriter that's, written for Beyonce and a bunch of people and a great vocal producer. And I just started working at a studio, and he would bring in artists and I would write for them. And then anyway, that was like 10 years ago, and I'm still writing for people.
Damn.
So it was like
you've been in the game a long time.
Yeah, it was like a little side hustle that turned into like
your career.
Yeah, but now I'm doing something different. You want to know what I'm doing? Would you like to know?
Yeah, I do want to know what you're doing.
So you know how like you write songs for people? You don't.
I mean, yeah, I don't write songs.
Which is great for you because you're an artist and you just focus on yourself, which I think is fantastic.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. But I've written so many songs for people and they're just all sitting on my hard drive on my computer. Gotcha. And it's like this waiting game of like, this is an amazing song. I'm so excited. And then people are like, we love it. And then you just sit back and wait.
Yeah.
So I've decided that I'm going to start releasing all of them.
I think that's a fantastic idea. Yeah.
So I'm like really focusing on myself. Like I'm becoming more self-centered, which I think is great because I feel like the world needs more of me. So
I agree.
So I'm going to release them. And like I have all these K-pop songs that I've written for these K-pop artists. And like, so I'm going to come out with a album called K-pop Rejects.
Really?
Yeah. And it's going to be all of my demos that I did for K-pop artists in Korea.
Fire.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're not waiting on people now.
Yeah, I'm not waiting.
Yeah.
And I'm not chasing. I'm not waiting and I'm not chasing.
Because I remember it was like the other night, it was super late. You had sent me that track that you had sent to Tiesto.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then like the top line was great on the song.
Yeah.
Top line was amazing. And then you're like, I don't know why did they not respond back to me? Why did did I get this? And I was like, I don't understand either. The top line is great. Like, I don't either. And stuff like that. Like, I agree. I think you just need to release it and just get it out.
I had this epiphany when I was in Palm Springs 2 days ago. And I was like, oh my God, we only really do get one life.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not. Maybe we get more than one, but I just know that I have this one right now.
Yes.
And so like, what are you going to do? Wait till everything is like perfect to release? Or are you just going to release a bunch of shit so people have the opportunity to actually hear what you do?
Yes. Just
release.
That's exactly, oh man, I feel that's so heavy. And it was so funny that you say that because the other night when I was in that event in LA, I had one of this artist friend that I had come back, that I had met on Instagram, and we kind of like linked up at the show and like chopped it up, and then he came back to the house and like we spun for a little bit on the decks like till like 4 or 5 in the morning.
Last night?
2 nights. Yeah, 2 nights ago. And he was asking me a very similar question because like he makes it's house music. They're Tripbox. Shout out Tripbox. Shout out Pat. He's the boy. But
Pat Tripbox.
But he was like asking me because I was showing him a bunch of tracks, and like as you know of me as an artist, and those of you who listen to me as an artist, like I release
all the time,
yeah. And I release a lot of different shit. It could be future bass, it could be house, hip hop, and like it's very much. And he was asking me kind of like that similar question of like, well, what is it that you think that you make or whatever, like this or that? And he's like, because I feel like sometimes you just have to release a certain thing to be able to release other things. And I'm like,
why?
That's what I said. I said I get that. I totally respect that, and like, but I'm gonna have to agree to disagree that like. I want to be able to release everything and release what I want when I want, simply for the fact of like what you said is so like, why not give people the opportunity to hear what you're able to do? Like, I want to be able to work with songwriters like you. I want to be able to be in the studio with people who do, reggaeton or Moombahton stuff, rappers, R&B artists. Like,
what the hell is Moombahton?
Moombahton is like
Moombahton?
Yeah, I think it's like a subgenre of like the reggaeton. It's kind of like that islandy like type of music.
Like
and
Mumbai?
I don't know. I think
we should Google
it's
that.
Very like it's very ethnic. It's very like percussion heavy.
Okay.
Like it's got the very same just like how like reggaeton is like like drum beats like like it's I think it's like a subgenre. I don't know too much about it, so I'm not going to speak on it because
we're gonna Google.
Yeah,
later.
we're gonna Google it later and dive into it. But like,
figure it out.
Yeah, but I love that you're saying that, especially because like you're so much farther ahead than me in your career, and the fact that like you're
I'm literally almost dead. So listen to me because I'm so wise, and I literally only have a couple more years left on this planet.
She's full of shit.
I'm 85 years old, and I'm retiring next year.
She's full of shit. That is totally not true.
Well, here's the thing: everything you release is you.
Yes.
So it's like you're releasing you. So does it? The people that put musicians in a box, I don't understand. Or like, the music business is like, if you're going to be a songwriter, you need to be a songwriter, and you can't be an artist. And it's like, but wait a minute, I'm like this complex human being that walks around the face of the earth every day, and I don't just like McDonald's.
Yeah.
Like maybe I want to have a fucking salad. Can I not have a salad? If I run into this one more time,
It's okay.
I'm getting lipstick all over it.
Hey, we can
I'm
wipe
literally
it off.
giving your microphone a blowjob. So, anyway, call me.
No, and I agree. I agree, and I feel so strongly on that aspect of being an artist. And I've said it on so many episodes, and I'll say it again.
Say it again.
Is that I never want myself or any other artist of any kind, whether it's whatever you do in the creative world, like I don't want anyone to pigeonhole themselves.
Yeah.
Because if you get stuck doing one thing, then you're stuck doing that one thing. Then what happens if you want to diversify and to do other things later on down the road after you've been doing one thing for so long, and then when you try and branch out to do something different, you don't get the same support or the same love on trying another thing because people have become so adept to you doing that one thing. And it's like you said, we're complex human beings.
Yeah.
Like we're so advanced, and we all live such different lives and have so many different experiences and everything. So it's like, why
limit yourself?
Why limit yourself?
Yeah.
Why does my music and my artistry and the art that I'm creating have to be limited to one sound, one type of thing? Like,
if you're doing it right.
Yeah,
no
and if it's you.
Right, so if you're doing it right, no matter what influence you're bringing into the song, it's still going to sound like you.
Exactly. That's so funny. You like summed up our conversation.
And we're done.
Yeah.
So
all
much
right.
for
Thanks,
tuning
guys. Yep. We'll see you guys next week. No, but
there's no point in just doing that. I don't like it, and I just think that all these rules that people like, especially the music business, makes up are just dumb.
Yeah. No.
So fuck that.
We're gonna dive into that because you are one of the biggest advocates against
rules.
Yeah, rules.
I don't like rules.
Industry, big corp, everything,
Crap.
all that shit.
Yeah.
But no, I want you guys to really pay attention and really take
notes.
Take notes and take to heart on what she's saying, because I'm gonna ask her a question right now that's gonna give you guys a bit of an insight up to some of her accomplishments and accolades inside of the industry, to know that she's not just blowing smoke up her ass or talking shit.
I'm not just another idiot.
Yeah, exactly. So, kind of give the people an idea, again, for those of you who don't know you. What are some of the things that you've done? What are some of the things that you've accomplished? Some of the people that you've worked with? Because whenever I come to your house, I always take pictures of your plaques and shit. But I
have a couple.
Yeah, give the viewers and the listeners kind of an idea of some of the things that you have done inside of this industry.
I mean, I worked with Sevnth, Heavn.
Oh, unbelievable.
Which was awesome.
Oh, look at that.
You guys should go check out that song immediately.
Yeah, immediately. Honestly, again, shout out Notable.
Yes. Thank you, Notable.
Yeah,
we
thank you,
appreciate
Notable, for putting us on.
Yeah, I mean, I've worked in K-pop for the last 4 years, which was so weird because I never thought I was going to do that, and I just kind of fell into it. So I've worked with a lot of different major label Korean artists like Taeyeon, Stray Kids, Twice, Suho, BTS, Oh My Girl, so many different K-pop groups, which is how I have the platinum and the gold plaques and the Billboard #1s from BTS.
Yeah, your platinum plaque
Thanks, BTS.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Your platinum plaque is from BTS, correct?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then the song that got the platinum plaque is now on their greatest hits album that's coming out. I think it's like a 3 CD pack.
Dope.
So that's cool. So it's like being re-released again.
Yeah.
And then apparently they have some kind of like other project. It's like an animation or something. I don't know. They don't really tell me a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
They keep everything real top secret, so I find out when everybody else finds out.
Gotcha.
But there's an animation that they're doing that I have a song with, and I think it's going to be released on all the DSPs.
Oh, wow.
Too, so that's cool.
That's rad.
Yeah. And then I've done a lot of like English translations for them too.
Gotcha.
So like they'll send me the song and they'll be like, I need you to translate this to English. It's just really interesting. So I've done that, and then I've like worked with Netta, who is like one of my favorite artists. She won Eurovision in Israel.
Gotcha.
So that was really cool. I had her single a couple years ago. I think it was a couple years ago. And then obviously I have like Habit with Rain Man.
Yep.
That was released in 2016, which is kind of how I got into the whole dance
Totally.
EDM
because it was
world.
the T-Mass remix that really
Yeah.
blew up.
And we got on the Billboard chart, so that's cool. So I have a plaque for that.
Yeah, you do.
But funny enough, I've had to buy all of those plaques myself.
What?
Yeah, they don't.
They don't give you the plaques?
No. So every plaque that you buy, I think it's like $450.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
So even if you get a song on and you make the accomplishment, they're like, oh, sorry, you actually still have to pay for it.
I mean, I don't know if that's like that way with every label, but for this particular situation, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it was worth it because I'm like, ooh, so shiny and pretty. But
oh,
yeah.
for sure.
But yeah, no, it's interesting. It's interesting. But I guess it makes me like them more because I know the value.
Yeah.
You know?
How do you...
I do, however, think that all labels should absolutely give the creators a free plaque.
I agree.
I mean, if you're not going to pay us up front, you know.
Yeah. Okay. So
that would be nice.
I agree, and I kind of want to dive into this because on a previous episode, I had a label A&R of No Face Records, TiVo. Shout out TiVo if you're listening to this, watching this. I know probably you're going to see this on Instagram, but we very much had like conversations about labels and what's wrong with labels and kind of just all the shit in the industry that's pretty fucked as being an artist and trying to get put on or trying to do all this and that. And I know you are a ginormous
songwriter advocate.
Yes,
yeah.
Songwriter advocate and just royalty advocate and fair share, equal pay for just artists in general that are doing the work that are the unsung heroes of most tracks ever. And I kind of just want to get like your opinion and like on where you stand as the industry as a whole, and like what do you think is like the biggest problem that's going on?
I just don't think songwriters are treated fairly. Like if you're a producer and an artist decides to use your production, your track, they want to buy the master. So you have a producer fee that you charge, and then you get some points on the record, right? So I don't know, maybe it's like, let's say it's $20,000. Okay. So then the label pays the producer $20,000, and the producer and his lawyer negotiate like a couple points on the record, whether that's like 1 or 3, 4, whatever. And then the songwriters don't get paid shit, but they're still used because it's not part of the master.
Gotcha.
So, but then, I mean, without us, what are you singing along to? So for me, maybe there's a songwriter fee that the labels have to pay. Like maybe it's not $20,000, but like it has to be something.
Yeah,
because
it has to be. If you're involved in the process, and if someone's buying the words that everyone's going to be singing along to that you wrote.
Well, their argument is that you have publishing, so you're not like giving it up. But at the same time, like producers get 50% of publishing most of the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like even though they're not writing melody and lyrics, and that's really the only thing that you can actually copyright. So you can't copyright a track, but it's just so standard in the music industry for producers to get 50% of publishing.
Gotcha.
Which is a whole other story. But labels really should compensate the top liners. And some, you know, I know that sometimes there's 2 producers and sometimes there's 3, 1, whatever. There's probably a lot more top liners depending on what artists you're working with. So there should be a budget for that. Like even if it's $10,000 that all the writers have to split, like something, because either the song goes somewhere and it's on the radio and you end up making a shit ton of money, but most of the time it doesn't.
Yeah.
Or you're getting like 306 on every dollar.
Yeah, it's
total publishing,
something ridiculous
that all the writers have to split. So you're literally, it's like what, $10?
Yeah.
Like, or it does really well, but then you still have to wait like a year and a half to get paid. Either way, I just think it's like it would be nice and fair to get compensated up front something.
For sure.
From the labels.
I agree 100%. Absolutely. And I also agree, and that I've seen you post, is that fucking Spotify needs to pay artists.
Well, that's the
more.
labels' fault. The labels do all these deals with Spotify, and then like it's really back to the labels.
Yeah.
For those
all their
fault.
of you who aren't artists and that don't know, and that why, especially like up and coming artists or new artists or independent artists such as myself, like always try and encourage, like, hey, if you could go stream, share,
or pre-save.
Yeah, pre-save my song, share it if you enjoyed it, you know, give it a stream, because like
every stream counts.
Yes,
but you have to listen to it for 30 seconds or else
yeah,
it doesn't count.
Exactly. There's a retention point on the song to where then you get the money. But like for those of you who aren't artists and don't know, Spotify pays us what? It's like 0.0003 something.
0.06.
Yeah, 0.06
for publishing.
But that's like.
But then if you own the master, then it's like what, $2,500, $2,800 for every million, which is still shit.
That's still shit.
It's still shit. Yeah.
Like,
but I have a plan. I have a plan.
Guys, she has a plan.
I do have a plan. I told you about the NFT plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You told me about the NFT plan, but you haven't told.
I haven't told anybody else. Stay tuned. Yeah. I think you have to figure out what about a certain situation is disheartening and not working, and then instead of bitching about it like everyone's been doing for the past how many years, it's like, how am I gonna use them to get what I want?
Totally.
How can I utilize them in a different way? How can I utilize Spotify in a different way so I can actually get what I want? Because you're
like a reverse psychology type role.
Yeah,
here.
like how do I make this work for me?
Yeah.
Instead of like, oh, I'm so upset. Okay. Well, you're still upset with $10 in your bank account, so how are you going to be like not upset with like 20 million?
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Damn.
You know?
No.
Yeah.
And God, this is why you're one of my favorite people. Like, we just like your mindset on everything is just like, I think that's just why like we
get along
so well.
I mean,
I'm kind of, and for those who are listening, those who are watching, I'm gonna go on a sidetrack here just for a second to give you guys a little bit of a backstory of how in the world I even met Krysta.
Oh yeah.
And how our relationship even ever came about. It was when I don't
even remember this.
Oh, I remember it vividly because people ask me all the time. They're like, how did you even meet Krysta? Like, I'm like,
Tinder.
Funny. Tinder.
Yeah.
Funny story. No, so it was actually a period of time when I was living in LA after I had graduated high school. And I was 18 at the time, going on 19. And it was actually the song that got released on that album that I had been sitting on. It didn't sound anywhere near where it did, obviously, when it was released. But I had found your vocal on one of your splice packs, and I was like gonna use it and release it. And then I was like, oh, you know what? Like, because I was so young, I had no idea how anything worked at the time. And then I was like, I don't know if I need to get permission or anything. And then I DM'd you, and then asking you if I could use your vocal.
And I was like, yeah, but you can't feature me.
Correct.
Right.
And then you said yes, but you just can't say featuring. And then you asked me to send the song. And then I sent you the song. And then you're like, oh my gosh, this is great. I love this. Wow. And then we like connected. I think we exchanged phone numbers via Instagram. Like, and then.
This was 3 years ago?
Yes. This was 3 years.
You were 19?
Yes. I was 19 at the time.
I've known you for 3 years.
Yes.
It feels like decades.
I know. It feels like decades. Yeah. But it's only been.
That's the same song that we released?
Yes.
Oh, that's
what I'm saying.
Incredible.
That song I had that forever. And then fast forward, like, then out of the blue one day, she hits me with a FaceTime. Mind you, I'm just this
with
like.
Bert.
Yes, with Bert. And I'm like just this kid who like had this song and like DM'd someone to use a Splice vocal, shout out Splice, and like thinking nothing of it, and then the artist that I'm trying to use the vocal of FaceTimes me.
What was I doing?
You just
I was like, I love your stuff.
Yeah, you just like FaceTime me, and I was like, and then honestly, the fucking rest is history. Like, it's But that's crazy. Yeah, that's like the origin story of how we met, and I always think it's
that seems right.
No, it is.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying. Like, it just
it does.
Right.
Yeah, it totally does.
Right. Yeah,
but it's like also to the point of like that concept, and like I've said it, and I had a guest that said it on a podcast. Like, never be afraid
to reach out.
Yeah,
100%.
To anybody. Like, even just a DM. Like,
100%.
You have no idea if they could open it, and then boom, you're in. And then it's like,
I made so many connections that way.
Absolutely. And that's just like, that's exactly how we met. I had no intentions of anything happening, and then now here we are.
I'm in your house.
Yeah, now you're in my house. We've been to New York. We're doing this and that, and probably might go to New York next week now. Yeah. And it's just like this phenomenal relationship has built
because of Instagram.
Because of just a simple DM and me being like, hey, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to take a shot and ask and like see what comes about. And then here we are. So
you don't know if you don't ask.
Exactly. And
you can't see under the table, right?
No.
Great, because I have no underwear on.
Oh, no, you're good. Okay. Wow. Okay. Yep.
Just want to make sure.
I
don't like it.
For those of you who don't know Krysta is one of the most blunt.
Yeah, I am.
Just.
I stopped wearing underwear so long ago. I stopped wearing underwear when I was in New York. Bad time to stop wearing underwear, especially when you wear dresses, because like New York and then the wind and stuff. Like I remember it went up one time in the subway. It was like real bad. But I don't like underwear. I just don't like it at all. Bras are fine. Like underwear aren't. And every time I go home, my mom's like, "Do you want to borrow a pair of mine?" And I'm like, "No."
You know, it's so funny because
No,
I actually met somebody not too long ago that doesn't wear underwear, and I was like, "Why is that
weird?
a thing?" Hey. I'm one of those people that I don't give a fuck. You do you.
Yeah, but you can't not wear underwear. Like you feel naked.
Yeah, no, I have to wear underwear.
Okay, like all the time.
Absolutely.
Even when you're sleeping.
Absolutely.
Interesting.
Yes.
So you're never underwearless.
Shower.
Okay.
I even wear underwear on my bathing suits.
Why?
Like,
why do guys do that?
When I wear swim trunks?
But why?
I don't know.
You just feel secure. It feels like it's in the right place.
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, I get that.
I mean, shout out all the guys that are listening to this, all my fucking boys. Shout out the guy world right now. I can't be the only one that does.
I just think it's more complicated for us. You guys have like your like 2 different types of underwear, and then women have to do like the whole thong thing, and it's just like, why? What's the point?
I get that.
It's literally a thread up your ass.
Yeah.
And it's uncomfortable. So why?
Valid.
Anyway, so I don't.
I've never worn one, so I mean, I can't.
You wouldn't like it.
I can't relate, but I mean, I'm sure if it's.
It's not great. You get used to it, but it's like I just would rather not. I really would just rather not.
Hey, you do you.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, whatever floats your boat, floats your boat. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Underwear, no underwear.
So
I
now
don't
you
care.
all know.
Yep.
So, I think we're done here.
Yeah. We're gonna end the show right on the no underwear topic.
Yep.
Unfucking believable.
Yep.
So now that we've kind of talked a little bit about your artistry and like all this and kind of the things that you've done, and I want to ask you too, because for those of you who follow her, you are a big
pain in your ass.
You're not a pain in my ass. You're not a pain in my ass. Honestly, you're
Every
not.
couple weeks, you're like, "Have you worked on the song?" Fuck. And then I always put up my schedule, and then I always have something. I'm gonna do it. I have to give myself a deadline. You have to help me. Just be annoying.
Just annoy you. I'm just gonna annoy you to the point where you're like, I just need to get this.
You just sit down and do it.
I just need to get this done so I don't ever have to hear from him ever again.
No, I'll do it. I promise I'll do it. I said I would. I'm gonna do it.
I said I get it. I
have like 10 projects right now.
Yeah, same. I get it.
Yeah.
Shit gets busy. I fucking get it. But besides the point.
Okay. Moving forward.
Yeah, moving forward. You're a big manifester.
Yeah.
Like spiritual, like kind of you're all into that shit.
Because it works.
And that's what I wanted to ask is like, you feel that like those beliefs or way of lives or, you know, mantras, the mindsets of all that type of stuff like has like truly helped you get to where you are and do the things that you've done. And because you're you more out of literally anybody that I've ever met in my entire life, which is one of the big things that I respect about you, is if you want something or you want to meet somebody or you want to go somewhere or you want something from somebody because you're like, I need to make this happen or anything, you're like, all right, let's do it. I don't really care what the fuck it takes. Let's just do it.
I mean, yeah, like, although I would say recently, like after my last mental breakdown that I had, I was like, you know, I don't want to like chase after shit anymore. I don't want to have to chase. I don't want to have to like, I feel like the universe kind of like puts in your life what's meant to be in your life. And like, I think in the past, over the last 10 years living in LA, I've kind of like suffocated some situations by like putting so much importance on it. So over the last couple weeks, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to kind of go with the flow. And honestly, I feel like it's working out better. But yeah, manifesting as far as like having a goal and just like feeling what it feels like to already have that or like seeing yourself accomplishing that. But now I think I'm shifting a little bit from being like, oh, I need this person to be my manager and I need this song to be like cut on this label into how do I feel right now? Mm-hmm. And my only goal is to make sure that whatever I'm doing feels good.
Yeah.
Like I went to Palm Springs a couple days ago.
Yeah.
So I flew home from New York after visiting my boyfriend. And I got home.
Who's your boyfriend?
My boyfriend is Liquid Todd from SiriusXM BPM.
Yes, sir. For those of you guys who know and have listened to SiriusXM BPM, and shout out my guy, Liquid Todd.
Yeah.
We love you.
We do love him.
We love you, dude.
Also, the only reason I'm dating him is because I wanted him to play stuff on the radio. I'm kidding. That is such a lie. No, he's just a great human being.
Yeah, honestly.
He is. And
Todd
he's
is awesome.
so weird, just kind of like me. I feel like we get along because we're both weird. Like, it's
sure.
like we've known each other for lifetimes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like that vibe.
I agree.
Which is weird because I like never thought I was going to date him. He kind of just felt like family. But I'm from Michigan, so, you know, sometimes you date your family.
Oh, my goodness. Gracious.
I'm kidding. But anyway, so I was flying to New York to visit him, hang out. And then I flew back, and then Delta screwed up my whole flight, and I ended up getting in at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I was like cranky because I don't do well without sleep. And I woke up the next morning at like, I don't know, 11:45, and I was peeing because that's what I do when I wake up. I go pee. And I was on the toilet, and I was like, I don't want to be here. So I got on Hotel Tonight, and I booked a hotel in Palm Springs and just dipped. Best 24 hours of my fucking life. I was so stressed out. I was like in the middle of, you know, how you have the ups and downs when you're creative. And I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. Fuck this shit. I'm going to go live in Joshua Tree and like get rid of my cell phone. Anyway, went to Palm Springs, had a blast, came back. I'm like refreshed, ready to go again.
Yeah.
So I feel like, you know, there's highs and there's lows, but like manifesting stuff has always worked for me. Like, but it only works if I truly believe that it's going to happen.
Yes. Which I think is a crucial part.
Yeah. Like, I truly believe that, like, I'm going to finish your song. So I'm going to do that. And, like, I truly believe that, like, I can, you know, create this K-pop album and it's going to be dope and people are going to like it. Like, if it makes me feel good, then I'm just going to follow that. And that means, like, if I don't feel like working, like, on a Tuesday, and even if I have shit to do, I'm just not going to.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start really listening to my intuition because on the way to Joshua Tree, I booked, like, 2 projects and like made 4 times the amount of money I was going to spend in Joshua Tree anyway.
Yeah.
So
you're
it's like I don't have to do anything.
You're like, it's a fucking win-win.
Yeah. It's great.
I want to ask you something that you just said because I try and ask this to other creators that come on and other artists and stuff. You said the highs and the lows.
Yeah.
Of being an artist, you know, where you get in the mentality, fuck this shit, I'm not doing this. I'm going to go do whatever else besides this. I can't deal with this. I'm done. Like, we all get like that. That all happens. It's an inevitable part of the process of being an artist, being a creative, whatever it is that you want to call it, whatever it is that you do.
It's so uncomfortable.
It is. It's a very uncomfortable feeling. It's a very disheartening feeling. Like, it always sucks when you get in that spot.
Yeah.
Because, like, the highs are so high, but the lows are so low.
Yeah.
And you get in those, as I call them, just creative slumps in the sense. And they could be life-oriented, you know, situational outside of your creative that causes you to feel that way. But like, what do you do when like I'm being like totally real because I it's the reason why I ask this because I'd love to hear what other people do to get out of that feeling and that mentality and just overcome the low when you're there because it's such a shitty feeling.
Oh, it's horrible.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
I hate it so much. I was just in one like 2 weeks ago for like a week. I was just like, oh my God, like I don't want to come down here. I don't want to do anything right now. I don't want to look at it. Like this sucks. I feel like I'm blah, 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 blah.
Did you?
Did I what?
Did you still come down and work?
No, I didn't. I took time off.
I think that's great.
Yeah, which I've been better at because I'm usually just a 24/7 doesn't matter. Suck it up.
Lifting 500 pounds today.
Yeah, just like to work through it and go through it and just like no matter what. But it's like I've recently learned to
step away when you have to step away.
Yes.
Yeah.
To step away when you have to step away, and I think that's the concept of learning to step away when you need to step away. I feel is such a valuable skill for a professional skill and also a personal skill to learn. Yeah. Whether it's in your art or whether it's in anything in life in general, like being able to have the ability
to know when to walk away.
Yes.
Yeah. and give yourself that time.
Yes.
Because I also felt guilty as hell for doing that.
It's so vital for your being, your mental health, your art. Like, those times are inevitable. They're gonna come. They're gonna happen. Like,
then you just go to Palm Springs.
Yeah. Then you just go to Palm Springs.
I mean, seriously.
Creative therapy is what I like to call it. Like,
experiences. Yes. Filling the well.
Experiences.
Yeah. I mean, this was the first time I've ever done that. Like, I would always just like I'd feel like shit and I'd be like, ugh, I'm just going to stay at home and like eat shitty food and watch Netflix and like get fat.
Yeah.
And then this was literally the first time I was like,
I'm going somewhere.
Wait a minute. I feel terrible right now. What can I do? I should go to Palm Springs. And then I actually did it.
Yeah.
So I think that was like a huge life lesson for me to be like, follow what feels good. Like, follow what feels good.
Yeah, totally.
Because before I would just beat myself up, or like I would talk to all my friends and then like tell them about the problem 50 million times and call everybody. And then like, you know how you tell somebody the same problem 5 times and then it like feels even worse sometimes? Yes. Yeah. Because you're like focusing on it.
Totally.
So I feel like just pivoting is my new thing when I feel like crap. Or like, not beat yourself up for feeling like crap, because then you're going to feel even worse.
Totally.
It's like, okay, I'm having an off day. Okay, I'm having an off week. Whatever. I'm human. It'll be fine. And I'm just going to go to Palm Springs.
Yeah.
So.
Those type of things and those type of just like little switch flips.
Yeah.
Like are really, really vital. Like
100%.
Just.
The world will still be there when you come back.
Yes. Like they'll still be there. Your passion will still be there, you know, like, but man, it's something that I've struggled with so hard, and it's taken me so long to get to the point where I can be okay with myself not being in here for 12 hours a day for 3 or 4. I am an overachiever.
You really, truly are.
I know, and I know that, and it's like finding that balance, because I'm so about balance, and it's like struggling with the personal balance of like, dude, you need to give yourself a little bit of a break here and go, you know, hang out with some friends, or just like enjoy the night for, you know, the next 3 or 4 nights, and just not think about it. Like, it's still going to be there when you come back. Your projects are still going to be there. Like, nothing's going to rapidly change like that in that course amount of time. And it's just been something that I've gradually been getting better at, and I've noticed such a big difference when I do come back in.
You feel so much better.
Oh my God, like so much more refreshed and just enthusiastic and optimistic and creative. Just so much more creative.
I think we have to reframe breaks, because I think that breaks are just as important as work. I think they are part of the work.
I agree. Like,
without the breaks, what do you have to write about?
Totally. But
I mean, like,
but you can't just break to break. I feel like if you're going to break and take a break, you need to go have an experience. Like, you need to go do something. Like, I don't know. That's just me personally. I can't just not do anything.
Yeah, you can.
I can't.
You meditate, don't you?
Yeah, but that's like in the morning, like as I'm sitting there right as the morning when I wake up in that little nook, thinking about everything that I need to do for the day and getting my mental checklist ready, and then just go.
Well, you know, sometimes the experience is being in bed. Like,
I don't disagree.
Before I went to New York, I was like, my parents had just left, and I was like, who am I? I don't know who I am anymore. It was like the first time I had my house to myself in 5 months. Literally wiped. So I'm lying in bed and I'm like, I don't know what to do with myself. So I'm like talking to myself, having like full on conversations about like how I'm like losing my mind, and I feel like I'm like having these out of body experiences. And then I just sat there and like watched like 3 documentaries back to back.
Yeah.
And it was like so interesting. And I actually, going back to the previous like what we were talking about before, reached out to 2 of the people on Instagram, and like now we're like friends. Like, it's so weird.
It's weird.
Like the people that were the stars of the documentary. And I was like, I loved your shit. So now it's like, I have other things to talk about. And like, I'm sure I'll have other experiences. So like the non-experience of being in bed probably leads to other experiences.
Yes.
Like meeting these crazy people that, you know, I reached out to. They're not crazy. I'm just like crazy in a creative way.
Yeah. You have to be crazy in a creative way.
Yeah.
You have to be.
Or you're not. which is cool. There's space in the world for those people too.
Totally.
You know, the boring ones.
Boring.
the ones that aren't falling apart. I don't get it. It's fine.
The stable
Who
ones.
are you? Yeah, fine.
God, people who are stable?
Yeah.
Who are you?
They're like stable shaming. Like, who the hell do you think you are?
Who the hell do you think you are?
Boring
being so
person.
Stable.
Yeah.
Being so just aware. Grounded.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And happy.
God.
Fuck you.
Shame on you.
Yeah. Shame on you. There must be something really wrong with you.
God.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So, oh wow. That's
also,
so,
I just need to apologize to you from the bottom of my heart.
For what?
My nails look like ass, and I will tell you why. Because my boyfriend, for some reason, loves long nails. I hate them. I do it for him.
You know why?
I do know why, but I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, I was going to say back scratches.
Oh, no. That's not why. But, anyway, so I put them on because I like to be nice, you know, and I want to be considerate of the fact that, like, he
likes them.
Yeah, and I'm like, cool. I'll just sit there and not be able to type for a week. That's fine. So then I always, when I get back, I rip them off. So that's why I don't have any nails on my hands. I mean, they're nails, but they're not like fake nails, and they look like shit. But I'm just like, I'm enjoying it so much because I can do stuff and I can touch things. I can pick my nose. Like, I can scratch anything. Yeah.
But oh my gosh, and I'm even just gonna touch on that, on the fact that you just said, is that like the fact, like, that you are willing to just put on the nails because you know it's gonna make him happy.
Yeah,
because he enjoys them.
Yeah, he likes the nails.
That's
you know,
that's what a relationship is all about.
Try
right
to be
there.
a good person.
That's what
It's
a
like
relationship
give
is
and
all
take.
about. Yes,
Yeah.
it's give and take.
It's like, if I put these nails on, you have to play 10 of my songs on BPM. I'm kidding.
You're like, hey, these are
For every finger I have is
it's
a song. Yeah.
These are the terms and conditions. This is what you're required to do.
I'm sure people think that, which is so funny to me too. I'm sure they think that. They're like, oh, she's totally dating him to get on the radio. And it's like, no.
No.
'Cause
Todd's
it's not
a
like-
cool dude.
Todd is a cool dude.
He is.
Yeah.
For those of you who obviously have never met Todd, Liquid Todd, in person.
You are missing out.
Yeah.
It's an experience.
He is a extremely extraordinary
Rare bird.
Rare, yes. He is a very rare species,
Yeah,
a very
he
unique,
is.
very unique soul, very unique person, but he is genuinely an awesome
Unforgettable.
dude. He genuinely an
Unforgettable.
unforgettable dude.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so if you guys go to SiriusXM BPM, you'll
Channel 51.
Channel 51.
He's on Monday through Sunday.
Yep, and you will hear him
Talk.
and that is who we are talking about.
Yep.
That is Liquid Todd.
Yeah, he also has a Twitch
Yeah, he also streams
channel
on Twitch.
like every other day,
Absolutely.
which is like so annoying when I'm there because I'm like, oh my god, how long is this
Another
little Twitch
stream.
thing gonna be?
Another stream.
No, it's good though. He
Yeah.
likes it. He's
Awesome.
good at it.
Shout out Todd. We love you. But
Anyway, moving back to me.
yes, moving back to you. So the
Oh, he just texted me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What did he send me?
What did Todd say?
I don't know. Let's find out. Hold on. What did he say?
You should send him a picture of us.
Oh, he sent it. Oh, I should. Let's do that. He sent me a song. Then he sent me 2 pictures of myself. Hold on. Let's do a little.
Sorry guys, we're sending Liquid Todd a picture right now. Your front camera is so dirty. It
I
is
know.
unbelievable.
I know.
Oh my god.
Hold on.
It looks like you were shooting it underwater.
It's because I have makeup on my face.
Oh, that's why. Okay, gotcha.
Damn.
Tell him
Okay,
I
I'm
said
sending.
hi and I love him.
Doing it right now. Okay, now let's go back to me.
Yes, back. We have resumed. Back to the episodes. So for those of you, we kind of briefly mentioned it in the beginning of the show. The House of Creativity
The
mug.
house.
For those of you who are watching, the House of
It's so
Creativity
dirty
mug.
with my
yes.
lipstick.
But this is the mug. For those of you who are listening, obviously you can't see it, but this is her. The House of
they can see
Creativity. Yes. We're gonna put it right in front of the camera. There you go.
Ooh,
Look at that. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So
What is it?
yes, what is
Why
the
did I do
House
it?
of Creativity?
Why am I called the mother? I'll tell you all these things.
Yes.
So I
Please
just
do. That's why I'm asking.
I just got so sick of working in studios. Like dark ass studios. And I bought my house in the end of 2020 and I was like, I've always wanted to have like a tree house. Like when I was a kid, I wanted to have a tree house. I wanted to have
Like every kid wants a
yeah, I
treehouse.
never got one. So thanks, Dad. But he helped me with this house, so that was very nice of him.
There you go.
And I just was like, I want to make a space that like I want to work in every day. And then it turned into like
Environment is crucial.
Oh, it's the vibe.
It's everything.
The vibes.
Yep. Environment is crucial.
So I like glittered my hallway like 6 months ago and like put a bunch of like greenery all on the walls and like all these hue lights and like just did a bunch of shit, right? And I was like, I want to create a space where people can come over and we can make shit that we love.
Yeah.
And then I want to eventually turn the garage into like an office / like podcast area and like have people coming over. I wanted it to be like Motown in Detroit, but like, you know, the House of Creativity in Sherman Oaks, where like all these really cool creatives that I love and adore will come over, we'll make shit, and then we'll have a team of people that are actively pitching.
Gotcha.
So, and then I'm putting on some camps, which is exciting.
Yes.
So the house will put on, I would love to do at least one a year. So I'm planning 2 right now. Fingers crossed they both work out. And maybe like next year it'll be in a different country. I don't know. We'll see. But for this year, I want to have 2 of them in California.
Gotcha. So the biggest moral of the story, in a sense, of the House of Creativity, moral of the story of the House of Creativity is basically just to create a space and environment that you want to work in, but to also have your favorite creators, musicians, everything come to where you guys can all just hang out in the vibe, create while there's also a team actively working on getting the stuff that you guys are making placed. Exactly.
Yeah, whether it's in sync, whether it's with artists, whether it's having those artists come to the house and like, you know, doing an entire project, whether it's, you know, like Zach and I are doing a side project, my friend Zach, and called Join the Cult, which is so weird. It's
interesting.
Great. He's like, the tagline apparently is "Fuck the club, join the cult." So it's like a rap project.
That's kind of fire, though.
It's really cool.
That's kind of fire.
So we're doing like merch for it, and like I'm just really excited about, like you said, going back to like not giving a shit about what genre you're working on.
Yes.
And just making sure that you love it.
Exactly.
And then releasing it.
Yes.
We're gonna do like Japanese streetwear type of like vibes.
Oh, fire.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. It's like really exciting.
It's the House of Creativity. Creativity has no limit.
Yeah.
Creativity has no genre. Creativity has no bound.
Creativity does not have a functioning pool either. So I need to take the old pool out and put a new one.
What happened to your pool?
It has a leak. I know. So sad.
Come on.
It's been sitting there for 4 months.
Oh, that shit's probably so dirty.
It is so gross. It's in the backyard. I've just been ignoring it because I've been traveling. So.
We need to get that pool taken care of ASAP.
So I'm going to do that and then get like a professional, shittier above ground pool.
Gotcha.
Know?
Nice.
I want to paint it pink.
Of course you do.
I do.
You have to paint it pink.
You know they have pink rocks that you can get for your yard?
Yeah.
It's like so not your vibe, but it's like
so tacky. But it's so your vibe.
Yeah.
So
I want to get that too. So we'll see.
I'm excited.
And I want to buy more real estate.
Yes. Well, that's kind of like, now you say that, we're just kind of like going into my next couple questions here. Because I want to get your opinion on these type of things. Number one, question-wise, is it's something that I ask everybody on every episode. I call it the secret sauce, per se. What would you say is and or was your secret sauce to be able to get to where you are in life now, to be able to accomplish the things that you have? Like if it was a certain mindset, if it was a certain way of thinking, if it was a certain action, or just whatever your secret sauce is, what do you think that thing would be that has gotten you the accolades and the achievements and to where you're going in life, you know?
3 things.
Okay. Give it to me.
Persistence, consistency, and my personality.
Yeah.
I don't know if people like me. I don't know why.
People love you.
They seem to like me. Not everyone's going to like you. And that's okay too.
Get over it.
Because you're like, wow, that person doesn't like me. They're an idiot.
Yeah.
They actually really are. But, no, I'm kidding. But yeah, if I wasn't consistent with all, like the BTS stuff, I probably wouldn't have gotten a cut. Like I've written over 300 songs for them in the past, like 3 years. And I've gotten 3.
Wow.
And then, 4, because I got the TXT cut too. But yeah, I mean, 400 songs, 300 songs. It was a lot. Like I would be like top lining the same track 5 times.
Jesus.
So it's like consistency.
Yeah. Hey, you know
and you're good at persistence.
I'm all about that.
You're good at being persistent. Hey, Krysta. How you doing? also, just wondering, have you had a chance to look? And it's like, you know, a lot of people don't do that. And then that's why they don't get what they want. First, but it's a balance too. Like, you're not doing it every day.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like once a month, you're like, hey, remember me? And I'm like, fuck.
Totally. Like, I think consistency is just a thing that...
With tact.
Yeah. Consistency is a thing with tact. And I also feel like consistency is also a personal thing. Like, I feel like persistence and consistency could be divvied up into like two different categories, where consistency could be based on more of like a personal, you need to be consistent as a human in what you're doing. Yeah. You need to get up every day. Right. You know, you need to work for your goals. You need to put the work in. You need to be consistent and make sure that you're doing what you need to do day in and day out. Where persistence is like, comes to more of like the social networking type of like connection aspect of things. Like, if you want something, or you need to go get something, or you want to work with somebody, like you need to be persistent. Yeah, like bring yourself to the forefront of their mind. Like, I still exist. I'm still here. Correct. How can I help you? I know that you're working with this artist. I love them. If you ever need any help, let me know. Yes. Like, exactly. What can I do for you? Totally. Instead of like, and then not just a one-time thing, you know, like, but also not like every day to where you're annoying and being like, blah 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 blah. And because I feel like some people might love that, but also I feel like some people would be like, that shit. Yeah. But I also feel like most people are like, whoever so and so is annoying as fuck. But like, you know, those people that like maybe want to work with you, but then like at Christmas time they'll be like, hey, Sevnth Heavn, Merry Christmas, and then that's it. And then like they'll wait a couple months and they'll be like, hey, happy birthday, I hope you had a great birthday. Yeah. And then they wait a couple months and then they're like, hey, like, I know you're working on a project, I have some top lines, if you need them, let me know. Like, it sounds calculated, but like, I feel like that's just being a good human. Absolutely it is. Like, I wish people a happy birthday. Yeah, Merry Christmas. Or like Merry Christmas, Happy Easter, whatever the fuck, Kwanzaa, whatever you like. Yeah, you know, whatever's your thing. Like on some friend shit. Absolutely. And I also really don't like fuck with people that I don't like just because they're successful. Exactly. Like, I feel to be able to have a successful collaboration, or even just to have a successful business or career journey, you have to focus on the relationship part of things. Yeah. Like, do I actually like you? Yeah. Do I actually like you? Do I actually like... Or if I don't like you, do I really like what you do? Because I don't always have to like the person to work with them. Yeah. But like, there's got to be something there. Mm-hmm. Like, you can't be a complete and utter dick and like not talented and like also like be fucking my mom or something. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, no. You know what I mean? Totally. I like to be like authentic and like with that kind of stuff. You have... Authenticity is everything. Because you can tell when people aren't. Yes. And they just want something. I've had people just like DM me and be like, I want a BTS cut. I'm going to send you some songs. And it's like, who are you? like, well, okay, like maybe. And like, I would probably listen to them if they were like, hey, Krysta, like, I'm really like, I'm a big fan of what you do. Yeah, or, like, totally. Something, or like, I like really love BTS. And like, are you cool if I send you some things to listen to? Totally. Sure. I mean, I don't even know how I can really help. I could pass it along, but like, there's just like a way of doing things. Totally. That like is just being authentic. It's being a genuine, just human being when you're coming at things on that type of approach. Like, well, also very like, you have to be aware. Because I was being genuine when I was like self-awareness in my early 20s, and I thought I was like, I need this. And I remember I was like sending an email to my roommate at the time when I was in college, and I was like, I need you to da 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 da. And she like took me aside. I think we were both 20. And she was like, Krysta, I know that you really want to get things done. I get that. But maybe moving forward, it would be beneficial if you started off with, hey, I hope you're well. Yeah. You know, I was wondering if you had time to da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. Thank you so much. And I don't know why, but that stuck with me my whole life. So now I still have the tendency to be like, Gage, I need you to do da-da-da-da. And I'm like... Yeah. How's it going? And then, you know, then proceed with, because that's really not me. I'm just more like, let's go. But like, that's annoying to have somebody do that to you. Like, I don't like being talked to like that. So why am I going to do that to somebody else? Yeah. It's a balance. It's a balance. Yeah. We said this on everything is a balance. Oh my God. Yeah. We literally, yeah. Episode number 8 title is literally Life is a Balance. Because it is. Yeah. It absolutely is. Sometimes we fall off the rope. We do indeed. Oh my goodness! But that's the nature of us as humans. We're always gonna fall
break
off
our
at some
necks and
point.
die.
That got dark. That got dark real quick. But I don't disagree. So, my next question.
Yeah.
Was, so we answered the secret sauce question, which is a fantastic answer, and I agree with 110%. Next question would be, what do you think artists, songwriters, people in our industry need to try and do more of? What do you think, if there's like something that you see that's lacking?
Yeah. Something
that you're like, if you could sit down with that person, be like, hey, if I were you, or anything like that, what do you think is like a missing piece that some people are not doing that you would encourage someone to do more?
Be authentic. I think so many people are just like chasing the cuts.
Agreed.
And they're like, oh, even with, I've done it. You look at a brief and you're like, well, what exactly do they want? Fuck that.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what they want till they hear it. So just be you. There's a reason why you have people like Sia, and there's a reason why you have people like, Bonnie McKee, or I don't know, name an artist. Anyone, pick somebody, or Lil Nas X.
Yeah.
I'm sure that at some point in his career, someone was like, "You're never gonna make it.
Oh.
You're gay, you're black, you're flamboyant, and it's not gonna work. Like, you need to do this."
And you want to be a rapper?
Maybe not. Maybe they didn't say that.
Yeah.
I don't know. But like, look at him. It's like every time I look at him, I'm like amazed.
Yeah.
I'm like mesmerized by the fucking bejeweled shit and like the videos and all this stuff, and like, you can't make that up.
Yeah.
You can't like give that to somebody. Like, they have to have that, like,
For
as
sure.
an artist. And I feel like we kind of get a little sidetracked with being songwriters and producers, and we're trying to fit into like this mold so we can get those kinds of cuts.
Well, you just have to be that from the start.
But just be yourself, because
Yes.
there's going to be, if you do that, people are going to want it so much more.
Totally.
And then you're going to be known for like a sound,
Yes.
You
have.
And just say fuck it, because a lot of people don't know what they're talking about. And then all of a sudden you send them a song and they're like, I hate this, right? Or like, this isn't good. And then you send it back to them 6 months later. I've had this happen with friends, and they're like, this is amazing. And it's like, people are people, right? So maybe they're having a bad day.
Yeah.
6 months ago, or maybe they're having maybe they're like
Life
on
circumstances
coke right now and they love everything. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
But like, just be you.
I agree.
People like that more.
100%.
Yeah.
I feel that super heavily, and I agree. And it's so funny that because again, at my event, the one that I got invited to 2 nights ago, I connected with this artist friend of mine that we've been talking on Instagram for like 2 years, and then had been meaning to meet up, and then never got around to it. Life got busy, and then he ended up being there, and then like we kind of just like chopped it up. And shout out Tyler Bard's music.
Tyler.
Yeah, you're awesome, dude. It was so good seeing you. But we talked very much about a similar subject like this for a little bit, of artists nowadays and being in kind of our industry, like, we're almost kind of influenced to not be who we are truly to the full effect, just because of the power of social media, and just like everything that you see is like not really real.
Yeah.
And it's like, to find the balance and the niche, or the just fucking, I don't
like
even
the what is you.
Yeah, the what is you.
Yeah.
To be authentic and to be you 100% of the time, and have people realize that, hey, I'm not just an artist. Like, I'm also a human being.
Yeah.
I'm also a person. I also have other interests. I also have other things. I also do other things. Like,
people fall in love with personality.
Yeah,
That's why they like Cardi B.
Yes, and like,
and that's why they don't like people that like are just a carbon copy of Cardi B.
Totally. Like, finding just that level of real authenticity to where you can just be you 100% of the time while still being an artist. Like,
well, because it's interchangeable.
Yes, it is.
One and the same. Maybe not interchangeable. It's one and the same. You are that, and that is you.
That is exactly.
That's why I fart in front of people.
Respect.
Think about it.
Respect.
Like, don't you feel so much more comfortable, like, if you're around someone you can just fart? Because, like, why? Why spend the whole car ride uncomfortable with your stomach hurting when you can just let it rip and roll down the window and move the fuck on?
That's valid. That's so valid.
I'm serious.
That's so valid, though. That is, like, incredibly valid. And you know why? Dude,
people need to fart more. I'm serious.
That is 100% going to be one of the titles on the podcast.
That should be this. People need to fart more.
It's going to be.
I'm serious.
Oh yeah,
I support that 100%.
And that.
People need to fart more.
And it's funny because it's like farts are always funny. Farts will always be funny. I don't care how old you are. If you don't think farts are funny, you're lame.
Yeah.
But
agreed.
100%. But I feel like it's also like it almost has like a deeper meaning.
Yeah.
Like
you're letting go.
Yeah,
you're literally letting go.
You're literally letting go.
And you
but
know
also
what?
The fact of like
it could stink, but you're still letting it go. It's like ideas in songwriting.
Yes.
Like it could suck, but you're still putting it out there.
Yes.
The fart might not stink. You know? You ever had a fart that doesn't stink?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's great, right? But it makes like a super loud noise, but it's like real memorable, but it doesn't smell.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Wow.
Sometimes it smells bad, but then you just roll down the window and it goes away. On to the next fart.
Wow.
Yeah. Honestly, if that's the only part of this podcast that makes it out, I'm cool with that. Life, creativity is like a fart. Don't be afraid.
I knew coming into this was not going to be a dull episode. I knew it was going to be some out of the blue, out of the pocket fucking shit, and that somehow it was going to be relatable to real life circumstances.
Yeah.
And here we are talking about how creativity is like a fart.
Yeah, don't be afraid to blow ass. But it's low-key true. Yeah, don't be afraid to blow ass.
Yeah, because
you'll feel better.
Man.
Yeah. So.
Man.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. I'm just so dead right now because it's like I'm like sitting here thinking about it and it's so true. It really is so true.
I just literally blew my own mind.
Wow.
Yeah. Today got better.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just both sitting here pondering in thought right now.
Yeah.
About farts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So.
Okay.
Well.
Great. Unbelievable. Phenomenal. Great answer. So I'm going to ask you 2 more questions. The questions that I ask pretty much everybody
on the podcast.
There you go. You ready? Come on, I have a certain dialogue.
Yeah,
I got a certain thing that I say every
flow.
episode. We have a flow. We have a flow here on the show. Something that I've developed as a podcast host.
This is pretty cool.
The Cause Book?
The Jaws. Oh, wait. I thought it said Jaws.
No, it's Cause Book.
What's that?
He's like a designer, artist.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's one of his books I bought online.
Has he been around a while?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about this shit.
A book is fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll look at it later.
It's a really, really good book.
Okay.
But no, so I want to ask you one question, and I feel like this question could get pretty deep because of who you are. What would be a one, as I call it, a one life advice for anybody that's watching, for anybody that's listening? What would be one piece of life advice that you would give to somebody that they could take on after this show and like either implement or really ponder on, and something that you live by?
I think you can truly get anything you want. Whatever you want, you can have. We just think we can't. And that's what stops us from getting it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Do you feel that's...
Yeah. I said I was going to buy a house in 2020. I bought a house in 2020. I said I was going to get a BTS cut when I was sitting on the toilet again in Nashville, and I got a DM from the A&R, and she was like, do you want to write for TXT, which is the other band under Big Hit? And I literally said out loud, I'm going to get a BTS cut. Got a BTS cut. Got a couple. Yeah. And that, you know, like...
Because you believe it, though.
Yeah. Totally. And then, like, the stuff that I didn't get, that I wanted, I don't think that's a mistake either. Because it's like, then you, like, look back and you're like, oh, shit, I'm so glad that didn't happen.
You may not always want what you get, but you always get what you deserve.
I don't think that's true. You think that you get what you deserve? I think there are a lot of people that deserve more, but they don't believe they do. And so because they don't believe they do, they don't get it. Think about that.
And what you're saying is so true. And it comes to a concept that I said, it was on last episode.
You always get what you think you deserve. I'm gonna edit that. Think about that. I mean,
what you think you deserve.
You always get what you think you deserve. Like what you truly believe, what you believe you deserve.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you know, because it's a vibe. You're putting out a vibe.
Yeah.
It's an energy that's like attracting other shit, and then it's like a whole thing. It's
For
like,
sure.
I don't know. We're all just like specks of dust on this planet trying to figure it out.
I know. We're just all on this floating rock together, you know.
Yeah.
Just.
That's a whole other conversation.
Yeah. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Goddamn. Holy shit. Trying to just figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and I said it last episode, and I'll kind of say it again here, is like we're kind of finishing up here, is like the concept of like you have to believe in yourself first before anybody else will believe in you.
Yeah.
And like you having undoubted
belief
in yourself and where you're going and what you can do, and like I just truly feel like you're unstoppable. Like it is absolutely, I feel it's like impossible to stop somebody
who's unstoppable.
Who is unstoppable.
Yeah.
Like because they believe they're unstoppable.
And they convince everybody else of the same
yes,
thing.
Like I just like you just can't stop somebody that has that mentality, that has that mindset.
Yeah,
like,
look at you with lifting weights.
I mean,
It's
I guess,
insanity.
but
It's like insanity.
thank you.
Like every day I'm like, oh my God, how many more pounds is he putting on that thing? Like when is it going to be not like too much?
Yeah.
Ever? I think the thing is just going to keep on getting longer.
Yeah.
And longer and longer.
I mean, I have goals and what I want to do, but yeah, it's just like it's also like you have to believe in yourself, but it's like you also have to be willing
to do the work. Yeah. And we're back.
Sorry guys, I had to take a little pee break real quick.
Pee break.
God damn it. Fucking hell. Oh my goodness.
So good.
Well, we're gonna fucking wrap things up here on the fucking show.
Yeah.
Krista's got to get going. She's so we don't get her.
So I don't spend the night.
Yeah, she doesn't either spend the night here or spend the night on the fucking 405,
which is great,
or the 5.
I'll come back,
or the 101.
I'll do episode 11, 12, 13, and 14.
Perfect. Like. Sorry guys, all the next 4 episodes are all gonna be Krista. Taken.
Yep.
So we're gonna ask you
the last question.
You made me nervous.
I'm like, the suspense is killing me.
I know. Super climactic. No, but we're going to move on to the fucking final question of the day. Question we ask everybody. You guys know the fucking vibes. It's Sevn on Sevn's Song of the Day. It's Krysta Youngs. What is your Song of the Day?
Let me know. Disco Killers and
Liquid Tide. I knew it. I knew that was going to be your song.
I actually really love it.
No, it's actually a great song.
Yeah.
No, it really is.
Kind of wish I wrote it. Bummed. It's fine. Next time.
You might be able to get a hookup.
Yeah. I'll ask him.
Well, that's the fucking song of the day. Disco Killers, Liquid Tide. Let me know. Go stream that shit. But that's going to fucking do it, guys, for episode number 10. 10! Once again, Krysta.
Thanks for having me.
Dude, thank you so much for coming on here.
I love you. You're great.
I fucking love you too.
Don't stop.
We'll talk soon.
Okay.
You guys know the vibes. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please share the show.
Share the show.
And we will see you guys next time.
Yeah.